Hey Greg, thank you for your time. If I could just get your thoughts on this game and just maybe those last 10 minutes and how you guys closed it out.
Yeah, I felt like the first half. The first half we didn't really settle in great. I felt like defensively, what we were looking to do, we were kind of in between, which led to them having a lot more possession than we wanted, and us being a little bit on our heels. In attack, I felt like we were rushing things, and I felt like we could be a little more patient. And because of that, I feel like the first half we didn't have the control of the game, and I felt like we were inefficient, and we were spending a lot of energy kind of on the defensive side and not accomplishing a whole lot on the attacking side. So again, just some adjustments of our positions and our distances and our structure, which we just weren't really finding. And I felt like we didn't really need to go rushing the game. I felt like if we were more patient, that they would open up spaces for us. And so second half we came out, we were structurally more stable. Guys were in good spots. The ball was moving a little bit smoother and freer amongst us, a little bit quicker. And we were just more efficient about how we were playing the game. And as such, we dominated the ball. We played most of the game in their half the field the second half. We had some good looks. Gabe had a number of shots from reasonable distances. We were able to get to the end line a few times. We obviously get behind and score the goal. But I felt like once we got into the second half, we started to really control and sort of dictate the game. Again, second phase of a set piece where we have enough numbers on the box. We contest the ball outside, we let them get to the end line, and then we just lose our marks inside of the box, and they get up 1-0, so that becomes the goal they score. But I like the way we played the second half. I mean, mind you, the last 10 minutes, we were managing a couple guys. Diego came into the game with a kind of a hip issue, and so was hoping we could see the game out without him, and get a little bit more defensive in some of our posture, just covering some of those positions. I felt like that last substitution with Amiro it unbalanced us a little bit in terms of our positional responsibilities. We started getting extended in bad areas and opening ourselves up to some situations. Yeah, but in the end, you just gotta kind of see it out. But I thought we very much had control of the second half and deserved to at least get a point out of that thing based on the second half performance. So.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you. Obviously, one of the big changes in this game is John McCarthy being the starter in MLS play. We've seen Novak be the starter in these situations. Is he now the top of the depth chart and going to be the starter the rest of the way in MLS?
Yeah, I'm not making a decision today. I don't pick any of my other positions as starters for the rest of the year, so I'm not going to pick him as a starter. We're committed to bringing Novak along. We like his quality and we like his upside. John certainly has proven his stability and he's done a great job. So, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the one guy isn't in competition for a position, and to whether that's to hold it or to win it. So those guys will be competing. We have plenty of games in front of us and tournaments and everything else. So we're going to move forward accordingly. And each guy has to, when given the opportunity, he has to perform at his level, just like every other position.
Thank you, Greg. Safe travels back.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Rob.
Hey, Greg. Congratulations on picking up the point today. Thank you for your time. Can you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your rationale with going with Zanka over Amito Garces today, and then just what you saw out of Christian Ramirez, and if he's given you what you guys are looking for now. Thank you.
Zanka played and not Amiro because he's more under control, and he's more involved when we're in possessions and we're in build. Zanka is seeking to be involved, wants the ball, and gives us that extra sort of number in possession that sometimes I feel like we need him to be more involved, more willing to get on the ball, will help us in possessions. And I think his decisions defensively need to become more consistently reliable. He obviously has an incredible ability to track people down and to make these incredible plays. But inside of all of that, I want him to grow and understand, the positional responsibilities, the priorities, how, playing next to somebody, all the things that are, I think, details that are going to be important for him to continue to improve as a player, and for him to be able to reach the next level of what he's able to do. These are things that I want from him, and, he's aware of that. And we want him to get better and to grow. We want to be making less mistakes as a team, not just cleaning up these mistakes, and we want to make less mistakes. We feel like this is that opportunity. I felt like the other night Zonka and Maya had very much control of the game against a different opposition, but as you saw in the second half, once we got our spacing right and we were in control of the ball, we dominated the game, and everybody was involved, and so. It's upside. It's a learning thing for Emmy, right? He's got some great natural gifts, and now it's about tactically becoming more aware and more connected to the entire group as we continue to build this team forward and what we want it to be able to do. As far as Christian, he came in and he gave us, some things that we needed. He linked up a couple plays and he made a good run in behind the back line, which obviously was the difference. So it's nice to get a goal from him. And he helped us out on some of the defensive reads and things like that. So he wasn't out there a ton, so it was hard to say that he put in the full game that we need from our strikers, but he certainly gave us the one or two moments that we needed tonight that helped us to get a point out of this thing.
Anything else? Alex, Rob? All right, thanks for your time, Greg.
Yep, thanks.